Seeking English, S.A.T. Workbook, page 402, problem 3. It says you may use a calculator. As a form of opportunistic expedience, I'm going to make this one of the problems where students who don't have a book don't get to see something, but I will describe it for them in case they are insistent upon trying to figure out what I'm looking at. For the other students who have paid and have a book, you can see the graph. It says number of out-of-state vacations per family. And you have city A, city B, and the total. Those are rows. Columns are described as none, 1 to 2, 3 or more, and total. Okay, and so first column under the word none, you have numbers 16, 76, and 92. Under 1 to 2, you have 45, 86, 131. 45, 86, and 131. 3 or more, you have numbers 12, 5, and 17, and under the word total, you have numbers 73, 167, and 240. Double checking these, same numbers, but in rows, as horizontal. City A shows 16, 45, 12, and 73. City B shows 76, 86, 5, and 167. And the row total at the bottom shows 92, 131, 17, and 240. Okay, did you draw that? Good luck. It says, the table shows the results of a study of the number of out-of-state vacations taken last year by families in 2 different cities. If a family from City A who participated in the study was selected at random, what is the probability that they went on at least one vacation last year? Now, this video is going to be pretty short anyway, although I've stretched it out, because there's not much to do here except read the graph correctly. Okay, the mistake the students make here is it says at least one vacation last year. Okay, so they see the column 1 to 2 and they think that's the column that applies. And they don't realize that 3 or more would be included in at least one. So this is more of a reading, logic, critical thinking kind of problem than a calculation or formulation problem. So what you need to do is families from City A. So you can ignore City B completely. You can ignore the total completely and just look at City A. So if you're paying attention to those 2 bottom rows, City B or total, you are going to be using information that is not useful for calculating the answer, and it's going to confuse you and it's going to waste your time. So City A, who participated in the study, was selected at random. The probability that they went on at least one vacation last year. So you could use the total, total on the right of City A. Total on the right is not the same as total at the bottom. We're talking about rows versus columns. Total families in City A is 73. Okay, 73 I think is a prime number. Want to check that? I'm not going to wait for you. 73 is a prime number. So that's not going to be reducible regardless of what is in the numerator. 73 in the denominator means you're going to have a fixed number also in the numerator. If you can't reduce the denominator, you won't be able to reduce the numerator. So how many is that in total? None is 16, so you could simply subtract 16 from 73 if you think for you subtracting that number is faster. Or you could add up the numbers 45 and 12. Okay, 45, 12, and 16 should add up to 73. So 45 and 12 is going to be what? 57. 57 over 73 is answer B. So what could have gone wrong here is missing that 12 is the most obvious thing. Saying only 1 to 2 counts as at least one, in which case you're going to put 45 over 73, and that is the first answer. Probably not by accident. These other numbers, 91 over 167, means at least you have read the wrong row in terms of looking at the total. Okay, and also letter D, you have read the wrong row in terms of the total. So if you're looking at the wrong row, or if you're looking at rows that only incidentally include the correct row, you are not only going to get the wrong answer, it's going to take you longer to do it. So reading things correctly seems to be the key to this problem. Is that a strange thing to be reiterating in these videos? It may sound like a strange thing to reiterate, but it goes wrong a lot. You say, well, teacher, this is, again, Teacher, this is a math test. Why is this becoming a reading problem for me? Well, because it is. Because the S.A.T. test designers decide that it is. Do I think it's fair? Irrelevant.